Shanti sister, welcome. Okay. Uh, Today we are going to do a new seva in English, which is we are going to discuss about Avyakt Murli from 1969. So we have skipped a few Murlis in the beginning. So we are going to start from 1969 Murli. So it's very nice. We have already seen it in Tamil to some extent. So the topic of that is the main sanskar of Brahmins is complete renunciates of everything. So only when you renunciate everything will you be called Brahmin. So that sanskar is essential. Baba says you have gathered here. Do you know why? Because for any gathering to happen, four things are essential. One, love for one another. Second, a close relationship. Third, responsibility for service. Fourth, the proof of the dharana of knowledge and yoga. Are you ready in all these four aspects? Baba asks, how can you have love for one another when your sanskars and thoughts don't match? Is it possible? It is not possible. So, what is the reason? So, Baba says Brahmins cannot have their own sanskar. Every Brahmin should have the sanskar of Brahma, and it should not be different. Only when you are able to adapt Brahma's sanskar can you be in a gathering. So you have seen the sanskar of Brahma in his corporeal form, sakar form. What was the main sanskar of Brahma, sakar Brahma? That is, he was a total renunciate right from the beginning. Absolute sannyasi. Vairagi, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So this is the one keyword that we have to remember this entire Murli. So it revolves around this. He is a total sannyasi, total renunciate. So what total sannyasi means? It means to be egoless. It means to surrender everything that you consider to be yours, to imbibe all the divine qualities. It means not to see the defects of others. Only when you possess all these qualities, you can be called as a total renunciate. Especially, you should renounce ego, you should renounce everything that you consider to be yours. You have to renounce seeing the defects of others, and you have to imbibe the divine qualities. And obviously, you have to renounce the awareness of the body. So, yeah, that is the sanskar of Sakar Brahma. So, that should be the sanskar of Brahmins as well. If you are a total renunciate, what is this sign? Nishani kya hai? Easiness and tolerance. Sahajta, what is that in Hindi?
सहजता और सरलता.
Sarlata and Sahan Shakti. Tolerance.
Tolerance.
Sahan Shakti. Yeah. So, what is easiness? Sahajta. It implies easiness, lightness, and simplicity. Only when you have all these three, then it can be called Sagajta, Saralta.
Correct. Easiness.
You should be easy in interacting with others. You should always feel light when you are interacting with others. You should be
Mm.
as simple as possible.
Correct.
So, and also you should have tolerance power. So, how will you get all these things? Only if you are a total renunciate.
Correct.
Only
Yeah.
then. And if you have these two qualities, easiness and tolerance, you will automatically attract others.
Correct.
You will automatically have love for one another. If there isn't easiness, there cannot be love for others. So let's discuss about this.
Mm.
Whatever point that you want to share regarding this, you can.
Mm. Sure.
Yeah.
Mm. Can I begin?
Yes, yes,
My,
welcome, sister.
it's so beautiful and fascinating. If we look at it, even in the year in 1969,
Yes,
Avyakt Baba has come to give us this kind of a directions, which
yes,
is so elevated, which
yeah,
is so supreme.
yeah,
And what I see, um, the most fascinating thing in today's topic, to be a renunciate, to
yes,
have easiness and tolerance for everybody, love for each other and everything, to be detached from everything of the worldly attachments that we have, including the body.
yes,
Constantly Baba keeps telling us, you know, dehi abhimani bhava, like, be soul consciousness, forget the body consciousness. That's the
mm,
fundamental training
fundamental.
constantly Baba keeps giving us. And with that as a foundation, Baba is taking us to the next step, to become completely detached from everything. But the major part of the fascinated factor in this directions for us is, it is not physically renunciate everything. Not
Yeah.
like I leave the family or leave my job and go to a jungle somewhere, go to a forest, or become a sannyasi, wear sannyasi kind of
Here,
clothes.
and
Not
people are ready to become that sannyasi, but they are not ready to be this sannyasi.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The beauty of this particular knowledge that Baba gives us, and the power Baba gives us to follow on everyday basis, is we remain like a lotus flower in the world, surrounded by the world, the way the world is. It could be impure, there could be frustrations, or a lot of intolerance is also there. A lot of chaos can be there around us in the world, but he has made us like a beautiful fragrant flower, where actually we perform all the duties, everything that we need to do on a daily basis to fulfill our role in the drama. In fact, he not only made us to play the role, he made us a hero actor.
Yes.
He made us the best. That is the reason people come to us, or we are able to express a lot of love for each other. That kind of a relationship building is enhancing, because he pushed us to become a hero actor, but all the time remembering that I'm an actor. He will never make us forget that. He constantly reminds us. So he's made us become a hero actor, perform all the roles. We are not running away from this world, staying within the world, performing all the duties, staying within the families and the commitments across the world, but still buddhi se vairagya bano, he says. From your intellect, from the mind, renounce everything. Give up everything. Nothing belongs to you. So how I see that, how I interpret or how I follow that is, everything that we do from a trusty mindset. This is not mine. I'm not the owner. The owner is him. He's the owner, the Lord Supreme, the Supreme Soul. Shiv Baba himself is the owner for everything. Nothing belongs to me, including this body, neither of any of the accomplishments or this surrounded world. But being on a trusty mindset and performing every role helps actually to be totally detached
Mm.
from everything, and that gives a true renunciation. That's what Brahma Baba himself did.
Mm.
He was a renunciate. So that is the reason we are Brahma Kumar and Kumariyas, because we are following his footsteps. And as you said, in the what is a important sign of a Brahmin, the most important sign of a Brahmin is to follow Brahma. That means
Start.
being a true renunciate. To become a true renunciate, being there available, Baba always says you have to be serviceable. So, being available for all kinds of service, performing all the duties in the world. I'm not sitting on top of a mountain or in going to Himalayas or somewhere and just doing tapasya. That's not the kind of renunciation Baba is expecting from us. Baba wants us to transform the world. Baba wants us to give our strength and inputs for establishing the future Satyuga, what has to be established. So, in that way, the true renunciation is from our intellect. Being disconnected from everything, yet performing a hero part dhari, is something that happens in one and only Raja Yoga. Nowhere else, we could find this kind of a knowledge where you know the knowledge, get the power to follow, and also keep up that
Balance.
level of elevated knowledge that we can have the dharana on a regular basis.
Mm,
Is that is how I feel that Baba is giving us strength to be a renunciate.
super. Your sister?
So whatever I had to say, sister said it.
Okay, okay. And the main thing is, what do you think uh, prevents people from getting together? So that,
Sanskar,
nah,
yeah.
yeah, sanskar.
The,
So
the sanskar,
it is very
yeah.
easy to get rid of somebody whom you don't like instead of getting rid of the character that makes you hate him.
Mm.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Whenever
Mm,
that is when we are in body consciousness.
yes.
When we dislike somebody's sanskar, we are not seeing them as a soul.
Yeah.
I'm seeing them as a body who is performing, some kind of an act.
Yes.
So when we are forgetting that we are all souls, we are all brothers with each other, belonging to one God, and our true character of the soul, even that person's soul, whom the sanskar I don't like, also has a shanti as their swadharma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even soul is always peaceful, and but what happens is, when we don't see that the clash in the sanskars is actually the main reason for disliking each other and not to have that love for each other. So
Mm,
Baba
Not
recently in one of
even,
the last
not
Avyakt,
even gender variations. Not
exactly.
even gender variations.
Exactly, exactly. We would put tags to it. We still, so we have not reached that atma, atma abhimani state of mind where I might think that he's a male, I'm a female, or he's that, and I'm this. All these tags we are still carrying. We did not drop the tags, and there is no gender for atma. There is no other any other tags that we can attach in terms of any of our previous sanskars that we carry forward. So when we drop all that and I become a complete soul conscious, that's when I'll be able to see the other person's behavior from a soul's perspective. And also, one more thing it will help us is, we should recognize that a particular person might be behaving in some way that we don't like it. It's the previous sanskar that they are carrying. We should always remember that Atma is also working towards transforming that sanskar that they are probably struggling with.
yes.
Yes.
So when we look at it from that perspective, that they are also working, they are also doing purusharth in
Mhm.
soul is also doing purusharth in changing that previous sanskar to become a pure Brahmin. They are in the journey. It is a soul in the journey. When we think like that, we will not hate it or we will not have dislike for it. In fact, we'll have compassion, we'll have mercy, and we will help them actually to
Yes.
come out of their old sanskars.
Yes.
That's
We,
amazing.
yeah, helping them to come out of it.
And one thing I would like to add is today we had an interview with Australian sister who is not a
Mm,
BK, but uh, she's into spirituality.
mm,
She was doing some kind of healing, and
mm,
she was saying, I was literally shocked when she said that, because even BKs uh, don't understand the power of it as much as she does. She says few years back, when she was having a huge fight with her partner, he was yelling at her like anything,
mm,
and she just considered herself to be light,
mm,
not as a point of light because she didn't know it then. So she always considered herself to be a form of light. Then
yeah,
from the heart she was throwing light into him, and she was covering her husband with the light, and she
yeah.
was just giving love and peace continuously. So that's her thought, that's the emotion she sensed, and
Mm,
within few minutes he was calm, and she was asking him to speak, and he
mm.
says, I forget what to speak.
That's
So
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
that's amazing. So
That's
will
power
we
of
put,
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the practical application of Raj Yoga.
Absolutely,
Mm,
absolutely. See, another example that I'd like to give you is,
mm,
if we take, for example, a jyoti, a lamp, or a
mm.
candle, or anything.
Okay.
When the candle is burning, I mean, the
Mm.
lamp is burning. Try to take a scissor and try to cut that lamp. I mean, the
Lamp or
flame.
light? Ah, flame.
No, the
Okay.
flame. Only the
Flame.
flame,
Flame. Yeah.
not the lamp or not the candle. You
Okay.
can of course
Okay.
cut the candle or whatever it is, the cotton
Yeah.
or anything that you can cut.
Mm.
I'm talking about only the flame.
Flame.
Take a scissor and try to cut the flame.
Mm.
Can we ever cut the flame?
No, not at all.
We cannot cut the flame. So I am the form of a flame actually. My original
Mm.
state is I'm a flame. So
Yeah.
nobody can cut me, nobody can hurt me, nobody can actually, it's a misnomer. It is actually a myth. We think that somebody is hurting me. Nobody can hurt a soul. That flame cannot be cut, cannot be damaged.
Yeah. That's
It can,
Gita Sar actually. Soul can never be
Yes.
burnt,
Destroyed,
can
not
never
yes,
taken.
get wet. Uh,
yes,
yeah, but
yes,
we didn't understand the true meaning behind that. They are not
exactly,
only saying about the form, but also
yes,
its character.
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, when we remember that constantly in our mind,
Mm,
whatever the other person saying is,
mm.
it is actually will not hurt me inside. The word
Yeah,
hurt doesn't exist.
yeah,
It will not come, but we will start showing compassion because that person has deep inside them. They have their own problems.
Mm.
Like someone can give me whatever they have with them. So if they are giving me hurt, they have so much hurt within themselves.
yeah,
So I should all the more feel compassion for it, all the more feel love and have pure feelings and blessings for them to help them to come out of their own internal deep hurt.
Yes.
yeah. Actually,
As you, the lady,
when a baby cries, it
mm,
doesn't want her mom to join in her crying. She is hungry.
exactly.
Likewise, the when someone gets angry, it's a
Mm,
form of crying, saying, "Give me something to heal the pain."
Yes.
absolutely.
So if we get angry with them, it means even I don't have it. Please give me
Mm,
back. if you have.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
like begging to a beggar.
Yes,
Exactly. And it's
exactly.
like a
Yeah,
transaction. We are looking into a
yeah,
transaction. Give me, give me, give me, give me, that kind of a thing.
yes,
So when we, the only person from whom we have to take is from Shiv Baba,
yes,
take everything from him and be a data to the world.
yes.
Like this, like that is the Devata Dharma.
Mm,
So
Yes.
keep giving to the world and take from him everything. Like if I lack something, like today I'm feeling that I don't have enough compassion,
mm,
I'm feeling internally empty myself. So
mm,
I have to sit and practice meditation in such a way that I get more compassion filled from Him, from the ocean of compassion Himself, ocean of love Himself. Fill my pot, as much as I can, fill it completely, and then go and give it to the world.
mm,
Otherwise, as you said, it's like begging with a beggar, and they both are
mm,
trying to do a transaction of exchanging
Yes.
each other's pain, and
Mm.
then it becomes a vicious circle. We keep going round and round in the same
mm.
process, and we never be able to move forward.
And when we did it in Tamil, and you were trying to say something, say, sister.
Yeah, actually,
Mm,
this is not a process of one day. We need
mm,
a lot of practice for this.
okay.
Then only we can fulfill it.
Mm.
Absolutely, absolutely correct.
And when we did it in Tamil, Varalakshmi sister said one very good point. She said, the day when you received this knowledge, that's the date of your death. Even if you did not receive this knowledge on that particular day, you were destined to die on that day. God just saved you on that day. So you are no longer eligible to live in this planet Earth because of your sins. So you got nothing that anybody can damage or hurt because you got nothing. You don't have mind, you don't have intellect, you don't have body, you don't have relations, you don't have material possession or anything to feel proud of.
Exactly.
So how can you get hurt? Only if you have developed the false belief that
Mm.
something that's not yours to be yours, you get hurt.
It's like
So
while we are driving here
One,
in the desert,
hmm,
one
we have
myth.
something called mirage. When
hmm,
I'm driving long distance in the
yeah,
desert on the road,
y-axis, yeah,
I can feel that there is water there.
after that,
But
yeah,
as I keep going straight nearby, there is no water.
yeah,
It's a pure illusion. In the same way, we keep thinking that there is hurt, there is all these reactions, which actually doesn't exist. It
hmm,
is, the illusion that we are creating.
that's
Mm.
right. And you were saying, sister?
That is why Baba said no nimitt.
Mm,
And Marajiva Venma. Baba, when once he surrendered, surrendered. You can see back.
Yeah.
The same thing we have to do.
And to be egoless. So that's
yes.
the total renunciation.
Mm,
Although Baba doesn't use the word slave, I think if we consider ourselves to be slaves, then we can be complete renunciate. Baba doesn't want, the reason Baba doesn't use the word slave is because he wants us to be kings.
absolutely.
He doesn't want us to develop the slave mentality. At the same time, uh, in Islam, they use the word Abdullah, which means slave, slave of Allah.
Correct.
Yeah, although Baba doesn't say it directly, I think he implies that.
Correct.
That
Or
is
the form
egoless. Yeah.
to
Mm.
be a trustee form as well,
Yeah,
where
trusting. That's the
uh,
royal way of saying slave.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, a much
that's it.
much more sophisticated way,
Yeah,
where you know that nothing belongs to us,
yes,
nothing is mine,
yeah.
and everything has been given to me. And
Mm.
any moment I might be told to even stop this and go away.
Mm.
As you said, when we got the gyan, that was the day of our probable rebirth, or
Mm.
Mm.
another janma where we became marjiva. We are
Mm.
dead, living, we are living dead
Yes.
people. It might be strange for people to understand what we are talking about, because how can
Mm.
people are talking in a conversation and they think that they are dead already.
Mm.
That kind of a mindset and transforming that into a new lifestyle which has begun with complete mindset of thinking that nothing belongs to us.
Mm.
Yes.
That's something, as the sister said, doesn't happen in one day. Because how many janmas of we are carrying? 63 births that we have been in that kind of an attachment when body consciousness started. And we have been totally attached to all these worldly positions, relationships, and everything else. So it does take a regular practice and to be constantly, churning this knowledge on a regular basis. That makes us more and more stronger to be more deeply into soul conscious.
Mm. Likewise, in Tamil Nadu, there is organization called Vallalar organization where they consider feeding poor to be a form of worship. So that's the
Mm,
main form of worship for them. So all beggars will go there at the lunchtime, and they will be fighting with each other for place. It is not their place. It is that organization's place, but still
mm,
they fight for place, they fight for food. And we outsiders, when we see it, we will be thinking like, it is not this, why are they fighting with each other? So
correct.
the same thing Baba will think when we fight with each other, because
Exactly.
we don't have anything ourselves.
See,
We are
Exactly.
complete beggars. That is what he means, complete renunciate.
Yes. Total beggars. Correct.
Yeah.
yeah, as
Correct.
per the bhakti knowledge, we can say that they don't have the knowledge. See,
Mm.
now Baba has given the knowledge to us. After knowing this also, if we doesn't change, then the same thing Baba will say.
Correct, correct. Even during the service, even after becoming Brahmins, following the path of Brahma Kumaris or and Kumars, there can be clash among the BKs as well in terms of our old sanskars.
Sure.
Yes,
It happens. It happens, during the service as well. That is where it shows. That is kind of a reminder for us to check on ourselves.
Yeah.
Are
yes,
we following?
100%.
Why is this happening? Why is the sanskars emerging? Because as Baba says, even if there is a minute ansh, even in the subconscious, if it is hidden inside, वो वंश बन के पैदा हो जाता है.
हाँ,
It just pops up at
yeah,
a trigger. If there is a trigger, it pops up and comes into a big form. So that can happen even when we are following the path of knowledge
right.
and doing complete service. Yet sanskar clashes can happen. That gives us an opportunity to check on ourselves and then make note of it and then keep a track of where are we, what is my weakness, and where does it these clashes appear. We need to constantly keep checking on it.
And
Yes,
have you seen the movie, Kamal Hassan's movie Indian, that was
Yes,
released some 15 years back?
yes, yes, I
So
have.
that young Kamal Hassan was working uh, in one women's house to get the job of RTO, and she was treating him like a servant. Uh, she was asking him to do some stitching of inner wear like that.
Hmm.
So he gets angry initially. Then the owner's daughter Urmila was teasing him. Then he controls his anger, saying that job is important.
Hmm.
So my aim is to get a job. It doesn't
Correct.
matter how they treat me. Likewise,
Exactly.
Baba says, always keep your aim at the front. You have
Absolutely.
come here to become Lakshmi Narayan.
Exactly.
Just because
Exactly.
we forget that, we uh, engage ourselves in these petty fights.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
That we
okay.
should constantly keep
Yeah,
our aim and objective constantly in our mind, so
yeah,
that we will
correct.
not remember everything that happens on the way.
Yeah. That's the distraction. We are going towards heaven, but
Hmm.
Maya is asking us to turn this side, turn backwards. No, my aim is straight. So I am
Correct.
going there no matter what happens. I don't care. Only
Correct.
thing I care about is myself, my sanskar.
Yes.
So that's being introvert. So
Mm.
even in the example I gave about the interview with that foreign sister, she said,
Mm.
I did not concentrate on what he said. I just
Mm.
concentrated on what I need to give.
Yeah, that's
That's
beautiful.
the
That's
thing. Or else
yeah,
she can't give. If she
correct.
focus on what he says, that's it.
Correct. She will get
That's it.
completely distracted and she'll lose
Yes.
her power also. So
Yeah.
that's the best state of mind she actually
Yeah.
controlled herself.
Yeah.
That's why she was able to give that pure feelings to him.
Yeah.
So those vibrations went on to him, and
Mm.
then you see how he transformed and he forgot what he wanted to fight.
Yeah. The same
Yeah.
thing.
Teaching the same thing to us. If you concentrate what I'm teaching, you just have to concentrate and change your mindset towards.
Mm.
Yeah, this happened during Mama's time when one guy he got so furious because of purity issue with his wife, and he wanted to trash Mama. So he
Mm.
came there. He asked where Mama is, where Mama is. Everybody was calm. He stepped up and he found her room. She was actually sitting in a chair. Then she just uh, sit on the floor, and then she was calling him, come my child, come my child. And he forgot everything he had on his mind, and he says, mama, mama, mama. So that's the power of
Yes,
vibration.
yes.
Exactly.
Being
Exactly.
introvert,
Absolutely
being clear about what we are doing now, why we
correct.
are here for. So
Correct.
even Anyani souls are asking about what's the purpose of life. But that should be the question we should always be asking. What's the purpose of being a Brahmin?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the thing.
Constantly we need to remind ourselves and
Yeah.
follow the path.
Yes. So and
Mm.
also if you become total renunciate, you will get these two qualities, easiness and tolerance. And
Mm.
if you have easiness and tolerance, you will automatically be a total renunciate.
Correct. It's
That
interdependent.
Yeah, that's why,
Correct.
yeah, that like in Hatha Yoga, people say if you control breath, your mind will be in control. If,
Correct.
but we Raj Yogis say if you control your mind, everything will be under your control.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All all the karmendriya, all the
yeah,
what whichever we
It's
want
about
to
thought.
be in control.
The root system is the thought.
Exactly.
thought, yes.
When we control it, then every karmendriya also becomes Shikara.
Correct. Exactly. Today only I think Baba was mentioning that. Will become completely cool. All the
Mm,
karmendriyas will become Sheetala and it will be will have total control.
okay. Okay,
Correct.
sister. We can wrap up this session. It's already 30 minutes. So we can do it daily so that it will
Absolutely
be a refreshment for everybody who joins us.
perfect.
And leave your comments about this program so that if there is any change we need to make, you can leave it on the comment. Thanks
Sure.
everybody for watching, and thank you sisters for joining.
Thank you for the
Uh,
opportunity. Om
okay.
Shanti.
Om
Um,
Shanti. Om Shanti.